Most hated pins back with some more of this industry politics. We still on this BMF documentary. This is and I guess another part, the part about Layton. Big Meech hated Layton the Beast Simon. So we gonna see
the first couple chapters of the BMF story. The number one villain is Layton Simon, the Beast.
I guess Layton must have been Meech's bully. I think that's the nigga that shot Meech in the neck.
Layton's reputation was for hair trigger violence, for being unstable, unhinged, just someone that scared the living daylights out of almost anybody that he encountered.
Layton is a terrorist. He terrorized people.
He was known for being kind of crazy.
The devil. Layton Simon is the devil. Layton had a gold chain about this thick that would come down to his private section with a big map on it. And he'd have on a Adidas suit with some gaiters on every day. He was a beast, and he hated us.
At that time, in that part of the city, Layton was the big drug don. He was making lots of money in Southwest Detroit.
So Layton was a hustler too. It sound like everybody was scared of Layton. The way they paint that picture just now, it sound like everybody was scared of Layton. Nigga described this, what this nigga was wearing. Everybody, hold on.
A couple chapters of the BMF story, the number one villain is Layton Simon.
Number one villain in the first chapters of the BMF story. So if Layton's the villain, who's the hero? Meech? Like, you hear that type of, like, Meech, what are y'all saying? Meech is the hero, and if Layton's the villain,
the Beast. Layton's reputation was for hair trigger violence, for being unstable, unhinged, just someone that scared the living daylights out of almost anybody.
See, like, unstable, unhinged. They saying that he was MO. He was really crazy, and everybody was scared of him. Like, the only person that you would compare that to is like for those who know about The Wire, like Omar from The Wire. Like, they painting Layton as basically like the Omar of Detroit, or of this hood in Detroit.
Buddy that he encountered.
Layton is a terrorist.
So he's a terrorist, bro.
Terrorized people.
He was known for being kind of crazy.
The devil. Layton Simon is the devil. Layton had a gold chain.
Nigga called him the devil.
This thick that would come down to his private section with a big map on it. And he'd have on a Adidas suit with some gaiters on.
Nigga said a Adidas suit with some gaiters on. Sound like Layton couldn't dress. But even beyond that, it sound like whoever giving this description of Layton done had nightmares about this nigga wearing that same outfit.
Every day. He was a beast. And he hated us.
At that time, in that part of the city, Layton was the big drug don. He was making lots of money in Southwest Detroit.
Yeah, so it sound like when the early stages of the 50 Boys, when Meech, Terry, and Derek was running around, they top op was Layton Simon, the Beast. That was they top op. And it don't sound like, but wait, what the fuck was Derek doing? If Derek was supposed to be the shooter and the enforcer, how was top op Layton around, like, doing what the fuck he wanted to do? Well, I know why Derek ain't dropped this nigga. That's just my one question. Because they painted, the other story they painted that Derek was supposedly the enforcer. He said if the crew had problems, I would come and handle it, whoop-de-whoop. This looked like the problem, nigga. Why wasn't he handled? I think Layton is still alive to this day. As much as this, as big as this BMF story is, ain't nobody ever killed Layton. I think Layton just did a fucking Vlad interview like, shit, I want to say 3 months ago. Like, probably less than that. Layton's still alive and breathing. Like, ain't nobody from BMF touched this man. So I guess he was really the beast. He was really about that action, nigga. And like I said, I think that's the nigga that shot Meech in the neck in front of that that hot dog shit, some Coney, like I think they had their own Coney Island type shit in Detroit where they sell hot dogs and Franks and shit. And I think this nigga Layton shot this nigga Meech in front of that shit, like right in front of that shit. He was looking for Meech, found Meech in front of the Coney Island restaurant, shot this nigga right in the neck. Meech said, I think Meech said something about the police had to bring him to the hospital. Shit was real. Like, I guess shit was really up between Layton and Meech. Probably behind some bitch. But it sounded like they was both hustling in the same area, so it's probably behind some money. But we gonna leave that bitch right there. Most hated opinions about this bitch.